have a moment? It's worth your time. You there! There's gold for you if you'll lend me your time. I am a scholar of some import. Import. That is to say, I've traveled quite far. From Cyrodiil, just to study this forgotten shore. I sorely need an assistant. Azai at Oanok? He's my guide to Alik'r. He shows me the best routes and helps me make camp. But he doesn't know much about the great history of this land. I need someone to look around the ruins for an ancient sword. Legend says it only appears to a chosen few. I've had to ask strangers to walk through the ruins to look for it. Untrained eyes. I'm that desperate. Azai at Oanok might tell you where to look, if you're willing. I appreciate the assistance from common folk such as yourself. This sword is a significant specimen of lore, direct evidence of a legendary event in ancient Redguard history. There are books about this, but as you may be illiterate, I'll enlighten you. I suspect this is the site where sword singer Navid slew Ilkub, his ally, over the love of the fair Saide. The sword singers were so disciplined they could create a spirit sword. A sword made from their very thoughts. Not many could attain such strength of mind. Navid's sword is rare, as it apparently persisted after his death. The blade of a sword singer is a physical link between ancient Yokuda and Alik'r. Navid used this particular sword to slay his rival and then himself. As a piece of history, it belongs in a proper Imperial museum. That's not important to my research. With sword singer Navid and his rival dead, I expect someone else went on to have a dozen children with fair Saide. Isn't that how these stories go? The important thing is the sword. No one's seen the sword or had any luck amongst these ruins. A pity, really. I had such high hopes for some of them.
I'm glad that the Imperial has found someone else to talk to. His haughtiness is suffocating. The sword in question is a wondrous object, and Herminius Sophis believes it will appear to those who have a connection with death or whatever lies beyond. The great scholar from Cyrodiil doesn't know. Imagine that. He wants to preserve it in a safe warehouse in Cyrodiil, where all the other artifacts have been taken, I imagine. If not me, another would surely stand here. My advice to you is simply to look along the shore. Others searched inland and were disappointed. Yes, indeed it does. It is a story of jealousy and betrayal. Have you not heard the Ballad of Navid? In the early days of the Ragada, a powerful Unse named Yagub led a vanguard of 13 great warriors, sword singers all. In those days, Redguard bonds of fellowship were even stronger than they are now. These men were as brothers. One of the warriors, Navid, was strong but covetous. His dearest companion, Ilkub, had met a woman named Saida, whose beauty was legendary. Hair like polished obsidian and eyes like darkest sapphires. Navid's jealousy grew and grew. Yes, just so. While Ilkub stood on the beach stringing his legendary bow, Navid crept up behind and thrust his sword deep into Ilkub's back. Before Ilkub died, it is said that he looked on Navid with such sadness that Navid's heart broke in two. Racked with guilt, Navid fled to his tent, took up his grandest blade, and killed himself. When Saida heard of what happened, she threw herself into the water from the highest cliff. She was not seen again. The sword in question is a wondrous object, and Herminius Sophis believes it will appear to those who have a connection with death or whatever lies beyond. The magnificent scholar believes that the sword is too damaged to be used anymore, if it even exists at all. The greats, the magnificent. He wants to preserve it in a safe warehouse in Cyrodiil, where all the other artifacts have been taken, I imagine. If not me, another would surely stand here. My advice to you is simply to look along the shore. Others searched inland and were disappointed. Beware, they covet this blade, and shall come for it. You must leave this place. The sword is cursed. You seek the sword, is it not so? I must tell you, you are not the first to discover it. Others tried to take it, and paid a heavy toll. Take up the blade, and you will see. The sword-cursed are here among us already, circling like half-starved jackals. Can you not sense their jealousy? Their spite? The air is thick with it. The curse was forged in blood and envy. I murdered my dearest friend in a jealous rage, and the blade bears that taint still. The sword-cursed cannot bear the thought of losing the blade. If you touch it, they will come for you. Yes, and they will not stop so long as you carry it. Once you fall, and fall you will be consumed by the same jealous desire that drives them. They are long dead, and thus cannot be killed, though they will sleep for a time. But the blade calls out to them, always. When they wake, they shall seek it out again, and the one who keeps it. You have been warned. Did you recover the sword? We must speak before you go further with it. I did not expect you would find it. Only those who are different are capable of such a feat. What do you intend to do with it? Only those with the keenest senses can even see it. And only one without a soul should be able to take it from its resting place. I do not know how you lifted it unless your soul... No matter. What is your intention? A deception. I watch Herminius' office so he does not plunder Alik'r. I know more than his books have explained. No. It is a deep, ancient curse. There is darkness in that blade that even the divines would struggle to banish. Sword Singer Navid's spirit seeks to distance himself from the blade, but he is the source of its evil. He cannot keep shedding the burden to others. Even if Herminius Sophis escapes the vengeful spirits, he will take the sword to Cyrodiil. However cursed this sword may be, it is still a relic steeped in our history, our heritage. It must stay in the Alik'r. That is wise. Sword Singer Navid was buried at the Lion's Tomb, though he did not deserve such an honor. It was hoped the curse would fade in time, but instead the sword claims more victims. The curse is his to bear. He must take back the blade. That is for the best. Leave it at the Lion's Tomb on the shore. Then talk to Herminius Sophis before you leave. Perhaps he will abandon his foolish search.
Once again, Alik'r's winds have brought us together. It's strange. I almost feel like someone else hidden in the sands is watching us. Anyway, it seems like I'll only be able to rely on you.
I warned you, but still you took the sword. And now you bring it to my tomb? Are you deranged? The sword curse will return soon. Take the sword away, quickly. I cannot. Do I not suffer enough? It has been centuries since I committed that heinous crime, and the shame is no less potent. That sword is a reminder I cannot bear. Take it away. I may still find some small measure of peace. No! I cannot! I will not! This is all Ilku's fault. His and Sa'ida's. I will... No. Your words are true. Leave the sword with me.
Any luck finding the sword yet? So few people will work as hard as I do at these things. I'm not surprised that you didn't find anything. It takes keen eyes and an educated mind to fully identify significant artifacts. I may just abandon this site and go deeper in the desert anyway. I heard there were burial sites.
Death comes to us all. May we face it with honor.
This is truly a sign from Ruvka. In the sand, beetles. Behind the rocks, beetles. Around the Johads, beetles. Last night I woke up and one was in my tent just watching me. We can't do our work. Sentinel's going to run out of water. They've overrun our camps. Anytime we approach the rain catches in the center of the fields, we get attacked. But that's it for me. I'm done dodging bugs. You want to help? Speak to Overseer Jahi. She's in charge. This is her problem.
If you've come to buy water, I apologize for the sorry state of the Johads. My idiot brother has all but ruined us. I suppose it'll fall to me to dig the family out of this sandpit. The water's been contaminated. To top it off, whatever's tainted the Johads seems to attract the desert beetles. Workers won't go near the Johads, and with good reason. But I still need to find out what's contaminated our lifeblood. I do. The workers have rest camps in between the Johads. If someone brought in this poison, there may be evidence of it there. If you can find something of import, bring it to me. I'll be at the main Johad down the road. There are reservoirs. Even in the desert, there is moisture in the air. The rain catchers collect it and funnel it into the Johads. Then we carry the water to the city in large urns. Or at least, that's what we normally do. Almor? Where you see the heaviest work done, look for him elsewhere. This is our family's business. He should show proper pride in our work. Ah, well. I can take care of the Johads once these beetles are gone.
Jahi sent you, didn't she? That smell. It's the same that's coming up from the Johads. Is that what was in the bottle you picked up? Jahi will never believe me, but I want to find out who did this as much as she. I know. And in a way it is. Our father put me in charge of the Johads after I returned from Sentinel. Within a fortnight, most of the Johads reeked of this musk. Even so, I have no idea how any of this happened. Only one way to know for sure. A taste test. These 3 Johads are the ones attracting the most beetles. See if the water has the same flavor as that vial. She has her reasons, and I respect them as I do her. It would make no difference if I defend myself now. The important thing is that we find out what's happened to the Johads.
And to think I almost got away from the family business. Father giving it to my younger brother seemed like the perfect compromise. But look where it's brought us. Have you found anything? I recognize this. It's the same kind of vial my brother's wife uses for her alchemy. Is she responsible for this madness, I wonder? Ohama's a Khajiit apothecary from Sentinel. I had no quarrel with her, but if she's responsible for this, my father must know. She cares for him in the house just beyond here. Father didn't approve of their marriage, of course, but she is very skilled.
Cursed, I tell you. These lands are cursed. The desert belongs to the dead. Ruptka sent the beetles as a sign. They'll just keep coming, more and more beetles, until we leave.
I welcome you to my father's home. Please, excuse our scant hospitality. I've been tending to Naseran day and night, and it leaves little time to prepare for guests. How may I aid you? It is mine. A rare bug musk, used in some Basmar cooking, if I recall. I thought I'd misplaced it on the trip here. Tell me, where did you find it? Blessed Ban! Tuwaka, I beg you keep your voice down. My father-in-law would truly turn me out if he heard such rumors. How could it be? I swear upon my very claws, I had nothing to do with the Johads. You must believe me. Still, I would not know. Many of the workers come in and out of the house for refreshments. So perhaps one of them took it. But still, why would they do such a thing? There is one way to find out who took the bottle. It is strange, but wait and listen. Outside, a woman peddles her trained lizards. Ask if her pets can track scents, such as this bug musk. Just holding the vial leaves residue on one's hands. If you find who held the vial, you'll find who stole it.
Greetings, Sandwalker. I can tell by that look in your eye. You know lizards. Do they speak to you? Do you enjoy the feel of their cool scales against your cheek? Yes, you understand. I know you do. Of course. Did you know lizards smell with their tongues? They are quite adept at detecting even the faintest trace of a scent. I have a fine tracking lizard if you're interested in purchasing one. I'll even train him to the scent of your choice. You have spent your gold very wisely, Sandwalker. Give me the scent, and the lizard will be yours. And just like that, it's done. Safe travels!
What an adorable lizard.
We were actually getting ahead for a change, storing extra barrels of water for Sentinel. Even after we clear the beetles out, we'll be struggling to catch up. Yes, or at least most of it. You can't drink seawater, and we don't have a lot of rivers in Alik'r. So our ancestors were forced to be clever. My family has been working the fields for generations. Hopefully, they will for many more. It's fairly simple. They catch the morning dew and funnel it into the Johads. We use large urns to transport the water from the Johads to Sentinel.
A friendly one, isn't it? Divines preserve us! Come here, little one.
Lizard spit!
Hold.
Disgusting!
This has gone on long enough. I don't know who you are, but if you seek the one responsible for the Johads, you do so backwards. Come. Jahi should hear this as well. I'm tired of secrets. There's no denying that some of the workers made some bad decisions. But they're not the one who orchestrated it. They were bribed to administer that poison to the Johads. They swore they had no idea it would bring disaster upon us. And it probably was. The man I spoke to was no Khajiit, though that is all I can say about him. He was hidden from view when we first spoke, his voice muffled. I refused to take his gold. I knew sooner or later someone would. Some of the workers said the payoff location was inside the house. That was before the Beatles came. After that, no one wanted anything to do with this strange man's scheme. I'd searched there for any sign of who this person was.
Search the house. As Fairmuz says, if you find nothing, I must assume Ohama's lying and throw her and my fool brother out. That is, if he ever shows up again, the lazy slug.
It is not as it seems. I love Almor with all of my being. Why would I do anything to hurt the ones he loves?
I can't believe my sister thinks Ohama had something to do with this. Where is father? I demand to talk to him. What? And Father is gone too? Do you think they've done something to him? Sepp spit. What else could go wrong? What have you found in your search? Then whoever else was in here smells of it too. We need some way to detect the scent and follow their trail. Brilliant. You follow the trail and my sister and I will spread out to look for Father. They can't have taken him far. He is an old man after all.
If I'd been in Crosswitch, I'd have put my mining pick right into Stern's Gelb's back.
Seems my secret is a secret no more.
Father? Are you all right?
Wasn't expecting to run into a beetle. It must have followed my scent.
You poisoned the Johads? But why?
Father, your wound.
My last wish was for the Johads to remain within the family. But it caused nothing but strife.
No, you can't die. Not now.
Listen, I wish for your happiness. Promise me, the Johads.
We will find happiness, Father. I swear to you.
This is my fault. I'm the one who wanted to sell the Johads. My father deserved better than this. It falls to one of us to take charge of the Johads. Father always wanted me to have them, but I feel I'm the one who truly betrayed the family.
Father's dead. And for what? Some false sense of security that we won't sell the Johads? I'll never understand. It falls to one of us to take charge of the Johads. Father always wanted Jahi to have them, but she's never wanted them. Neither of us have.
Yes, I am prepared to take them. I just never thought... Well, I am eldest after all. This is my duty. We'll mend our family here. We won't fail our father's dream. I can't. Not after all this. It'll be hard work, but together we'll do it, as a family. I've always been too hard on him. He's found a beautiful wife, and he's always cared for Father all these years. He's done well for himself. Father would be proud.
I expect the beetles to clear out soon, and then we can get back to work. I'm never overjoyed to get back to work, but I am grateful to fulfill my father's dying wish.
With so many barrels of water wasted, it will take us many weeks to gather enough water to replenish our stores. But Sentinel will not go thirsty.
Can fate be changed, I wonder? Do you believe in fate, my friend? What if I said I was sitting here all my life waiting for you to come? That would be absurd, wouldn't it? No. Fate led both of us here at the perfect moment, and I can prove it. In exactly just a few moments, a windstorm will appear right over there, and you, my friend, you will race it across the desert. Because it is my fate to come here and tell you this, just as it was another's fate to tell me mine, and yet another's before that. Your fate is to race the storm and to win. The question is, are these fates fixed? Will you help me test this? The winds gather even now. The storm will appear here any moment. When it does, you must race. Follow the trail of the blue flames and reach the final flame before the storm does. Are you ready to test your fate, my friend? So you do. And if our fates are true, the wind will wait. I will answer your questions if I can, but know that I am no wise man. I am a dock worker. I only grew this beard and adorned myself so because the woman told me it was my fate to do this. No. The woman told me to come out to the desert, find someone I had never met, and observe this strange race. I thought she was crazy, but then I thought about it, and my curiosity won out. And now, I believe, because look, you are here. It seems that someone else told her that it was her fate to approach me and send me out here. It was yet another person before that, leading back in an endless chain. That's only if it's all true, of course. But that is what we will test. I do not know. Can you? Even if you can, though, does that mean fate is changeable? Or does it mean that you have strayed from your destined path? Perhaps fate is not damaged by this. Perhaps it would be your loss to bear. Then if fate is to be believed, the winds are ready as well. Run quickly, my friend, or do not. Either way, we will have our answer. It is true. It is all true. You won the race. Our fates are unavoidable. Do you know what this means? Do you realize the full extent of this? It means... what does it mean? I had it all figured out. Something very important, very profound, but now I can't remember. I'm going to stay here until I remember. I have much to ponder now. Do you have further questions of me, my friend? But you ran against the storm. You won. You saw it just as I did. Wait a minute. I think I know what this is about. Did Hadun send you? He is a good friend, but he thought this fate business was all nonsense. The woman had prescribed his fate as well, but he did not believe it. Nonetheless, I believe he did go into the desert to see. Perhaps you should seek him out. Yes, and every thought we think. Our lives are the shadows fate casts on the sand. Do not fear this truth. Think of fate as your constant companion. To glimpse upon fate is to see what unites us all.